Buddha.
No way, Jose.
Respect, Silverback King. Together we break protection, my little sister, Silverback, my big little brother. I'm on no brat, my brother for another mother. This is part two of the Crown Act. I'm gonna read the story about the 7-year-old girl in Maryland. Can everybody hear me okay? Can everybody hear me okay? It starts off. This was posted on December 7th. Respect Money Bud Trey. State game is in the house. Maryland All-Star cheerleader kicked off team after incident involving half policy, mom says. This happened in Maryland. A mother said her daughter, an all-star cheerleader, was kicked off the team which she was a member, ultimately because of her daughter's hair. 7-year-old Ryan Bronson loved cheerleading. She was doing it for the past 3 years and was a member of the Maryland Twisters. She did not expect her recent cheer competition would be her last with the team. This is how her mother felt. She said she felt really sad because this is what the daughter said. She said she felt really sad because she got kicked off the team because of my hair is too thick and long, said Ryan. Okay, the first thing our coach says to us is she can't wear her hair like that, said her mom. Brunson's mother said the team gave members two hair options for competition. One is a ponytail, the other was a half up, half down style, but the hair had to be shoulder length. Woolridge decided to opt for the half up, half down hairstyle for her daughter, a style she done before in past cheer season, but this was an issue for one of the coaches at this competition. She said, I need to understand what about her hair is wrong because I copied it off of an approved hairstyle that they provided for us, said her mother. She said the coach then attempted to put Ryan's hair in a ponytail. The photo taken of Bronson mom shows her hairstyle on the day of her competition, which is it's shoulder length. It's shoulder length. Wilbert took her frustration to the team management via email. A leader responded that Bronson has too much more hair in person compared to the photo. And this was this woman had to know to say. Respect serious is Ryan does have a lot of beautiful hair. I know in your attached photo it seems similar to the girls in the photo. However, I did see her yesterday. She has too much hair than this photo shows. It is long in real life because it's all one length. And the other girls have their hair cut in shorter layers. With that said, Ryan needs to have her hair in a high pony, management said in an email to Woolridge. That is bullshit. I call that bullshit. Okay. You mad at the young girl because she got beautiful hair. And you thought that woman gonna bow down to you. See, they thought the mother gonna bow down to her and cut her daughter hair. That the mother parents did. No, 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 no. The mother did not bow down to them folks. Why should she? Why should she? Okay, and it goes on to say the mother was not pleased with this response. She feels this was an act of discrimination, giving her daughter hair is shoulder length in its natural curly state. Because her hair is thicker than the other her girl's hair, you're going to tell her that she can't wear her hair like that? She said, I'm now having to explain to her that in life you're going to be discriminated against based on so many different factors. Now it's something that you can't control. Ultimately, the conversation with management ended with her daughter being kicked off the team. The 7-year-old said she was sad when she realized she could no longer be a part of the team. In my mind, it was like, why would they kick me off the team? Because I didn't do anything? I didn't do anything, she said. Her mother posted the incident on social media and went viral. And it went viral. She said she received many messages from other African American mothers and cheerleaders who have dealt with a similar situation in the cheer world. She decided she dedicated so much time and so much energy to the sport, and for someone to I don't know whoever wrote this and know how to write. For someone to her feel so easily disposable, it really upsets me. That's what the mother said. See, now this what the Maryland in the statement posted online, the Maryland Twister said in part. This what they said. This what they said. This what they came back and said. We're set at the allegation of racial bias and embrace our athlete of all races, creed, gender, and experience. All-Star Cheerleading and Marilyn Twister has provided an inclusive refuge for athletes and coaches alike for 26 years. We are proud of the diversity we draw to our cheerleading family and continue to provide options for our athletes that support inclusion, including genderless uniform choices and hair products that support all races. We are open to course correction and continued inclusion in Paramount. It doesn't sound like that to me. That do that sound like inclusion to you? But you still get the 7-year-old girl off the team. What kind of correction you gonna make? See, you want to say you support everything is not a discrimination, no racial bias, and you say and they talk about they embrace all athletes of all races, creeds, and genders and experiences. They had included nothing in that, right? Right. So you, and then she goes on. Her mother goes and says she hopes this is it will allow all teams to reconsider how they handle situations like this. I think the cheerleader organization should look at it as a whole about how they're making children feel about their hair, their makeup, their weight, everything like appearance wise. These kids just want to cheer, she said. And DC News now was in communication with the Matter Twisted via email, but did not get a response back as of Thursday evening. They're not going to give a response. They're not going to give a response. Just think how a little girl, that little girl feel. Just think how a little boy feel when he told he can't do this and he loved doing it. Just think you had to take your son or daughter out of that situation and had to sit down and explain it to them why they can't be on the team no more. Think how sad that child going to be. My heart aches for that 7-year-old. Respect, Amalia. Yeah, my heart aches for that 7-year-old in Maryland right now. If your heart aches for that 7-year-old right now that got discriminated against because of her hair was thick and long and beautiful, and her mother did what she supposed to have did, going by what she wanted to do, how she wanted to do her hair, and then all of a sudden her hair is a problem because it's thicker than the rest of them. How would that make you feel? How would that make you feel? Would that make you feel some such type of way? Just think you go to your job and they say you can't wear your hair that way. The way you got it, your natural hair, the way you got it. How would that make you feel? Would that make you feel angry, mad, upset, disgusted? And they tell you you got to do something with your hair, or don't come back to work. How would you feel? See, we got to we got to stand up for our kids. See, she stood up for her child. She stood up for the right way. She put them on blast. How many children, how many parents did, how many parents did that cheer coach tell? How many melanated parents of a child that was sitting on that cheer team or in that cheer organization? How many did, let me get the words right. How many times did they tell a melanated parent that something wrong with their child's hair? And how many parents bowed down, how many of the melanated parents bow down to them? How many parents you think bow down to them? See, we're going down the rabbit hole tonight. Yeah, about 5%. And then when that 5% just did that to their child, and the child loved their hair, and they cried because they did that to their hair. You, the parents did the child wrong, and the coaches did the child wrong. See, me myself, I'm not gonna make no child or anybody else cut their hair. Make a stipulation on no hair, just because the hair is thicker, longer, and natural. That's why they created the crown at. That's why they created the crown at. Then she had to, and then she had to sit her daughter down and talk to her, tell her the world is brutal. The world is go out into the world. If they don't like you, they can just discriminate against you cause just cause. Respect that the great. Why would you such as your child of that? Get your child out of that situation. And then they want to try to flick the narrative that she was a angry black woman. So what if she was an angry black woman? She was angry for a reason. Because you discriminated against her 7-year old daughter who loved cheerleading and just wanted to be on the team and have fun. You discriminated against her 7-year old daughter. You thought she was gonna bow down to you and cut her hair to fit your stereotype. No way that should happen. No way we shall bow down to anybody for any reason. We should not bow down to somebody because they say, "Oh, you got the wrong kind of clothes on to come up in here." Okay, guess what? I don't have to come up in there if I got the wrong clothes on. I can go somewhere else where I can go and have fun at. That's anybody. I don't care you white, green, purple, black. I don't care what ethnic group, nationality you is. Wear your hair natural, like it was tended to be. Every now and then, throw on a doggone wig or do whatever. Then got these melanated sisters, a young girl perming their hair, knowing them chemicals could cause cancer. I'm gonna go to commercial break, and when I come back, the panel will be open. The panel will be open as I come back.
Welcome to the Commission Art Team, where creativity meets innovation. Our AI-powered designs redefine storytelling with charisma and wow factor. No more waiting endlessly for designs. Our AI at the Commission Art Team crafts tailor-made artwork in moments. Join trendsetters leveraging AI-driven design to elevate visuals, captivate audiences, and stand out digitally. From striking logos to captivating intros, unleash unparalleled creativity with the Commission Art Team. Experience the future of creativity. Elevate your brand with AI-powered artwork by the Commission Art Team, where your vision becomes our mission.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Look at what I found. Look, I only have 2 for now, but I'm going to order some more of these. Oh, those are nice. Wouldn't you say? Yes, sirree. I'm in my room. Sorry, y'all. I'm just showing y'all what your girl picked up. Maybe this could be a Wolfpack thing. We'll talk about it. Don't forget to hit that like button, that post notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Hey there. Do you often find yourself saying, "I'll do it later," or "I'll start tomorrow"? You're not alone. Procrastination is something that affects us all at some point in our lives. But guess what? You have the power to conquer it. Procrastination often stems from fear, self-doubt, or feeling overwhelmed by a task. But here's the thing. Taking that first step, no matter how small, is the key to breaking free from its grip. Imagine how amazing it will feel when you accomplish what you've been putting off. Whether it's starting a new project, exercising, or even just cleaning your room, the sense of achievement is worth it. Here's a tip. Break your tasks into smaller, manageable chunks. This makes them less intimidating and more achievable. Celebrate each small victory along the way. Surround yourself with positivity. Create an environment that encourages productivity. Whether it's a tidy workspace, motivational quotes, or supportive friends, your surroundings play a huge role in your mindset. Remember, nobody's perfect. It's okay to have moments of procrastination. What matters most is how you bounce back and keep moving forward. So, let's make a pact today to kick procrastination to the curb. Believe in yourself, take that first step, and watch how it transforms your life. You've got this. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs a motivation boost. Subscribe for more tips on personal development. Together, let's crush procrastination and achieve our goals. See you next time.
Okay. This is one out of Texas right here. Sit back if you're in the house. Like I said, after I read this, anybody can hit the link, and we're gonna discuss the Crown Act. Texas high school black student suspended over hair likely won't return to his class anytime soon. Okay. This is from Houston. A Texas high school black student who has been disciplined and kept away from his classroom for months for refusing to change his hairstyle is not likely to be back with his regular classmate anytime soon. Effort by Dale George's attorney to ask the judge to pause his punishment by his Houston area school district over his locks, as well as civil rights lawsuit he and his family filed in September, remain on hold in federal court. George, 18, returned to in-school suspension at his campus. Barbers Hill High School in Mount Bellevue, Texas, last week, and for now he will remain there. Before that, he had spent a month at a off-site disciplinary program. Here are some things to know regarding why Georgia's discipline over his hairstyle has continued for months, why his school district believes it actually have been justified, and how various legal issues are complicating Georgia's situation. Okay, we're finna take a look at it. Why does Daryl George continue to be disciplined and unable to return to class? George was first pulled from his classroom in August after school officials said his lock fell below his eyebrows and earlobes and violated district dress code. His family argues his hairstyle does not break any rules. Right? Ali Booker, the attorney for George's family, said after a hearing Wednesday on the federal lawsuit, that people have been trying to tell George he should give up and cut his hair. But he's not going to break. He's strong. He's light. I'm not going to cut my hair. But I just can't believe I'm going through this, Booker said. But Booker added she fears George could ultimately be expelled. Okay. What is the Crown Act? And why does the school district believe it's not violating it? Okay, here we go. Georgia family has argued his punishment is discriminatory and violates the Crown Act, which became law in Texas in September and is intended to prohibit race-based hair discrimination and bars employers and schools from penalizing people because of hair texture or protected hairstyle, including afros, braid, dreadlock twists, and Bluetooth knots. I hope I said it right. In court filing, attorney for the Barbers Hill School district have said students don't have a protected right under federal law to wear their hair at the length and style or they choose while attending school. Hold up. So you talking about the hairstyle and length? You talking about the length of the hair and they don't have the right? Yes, they do. What you think they're gonna do? Stop? What is that lawyer really talking about? Do they think hair stop growing? So, in other words, if hair gets plastic eyebrow, he's going to cut it every damn time. I don't think so. During Wednesday court hearing, Jonathan Brush, one of the school district attorneys, said Barbers Hill has for decades had a hair restriction policy for male students related to Lee. Locks had always been permitted, Brush said. And Reed, assistant professor at Cornell University, whose research focused on the intersection of beauty, culture, identity, and place informed by human geography, said repeated attempts to control black hair, especially through search policy, shows the need for the Crown at the federal level. Rather than punishing students, providing opportunities to learn more about cultural hairstyle could enrich the learning environment and foster acceptance of different, Reed said, which is true. Which is true. See, instead of, they don't want to learn from it. They want to punish somebody for it. Who the better punish? Oh, punish the student. Because he don't want to cut his hair because it comes past his eyebrow. It's the length. We have a policy on length. Bunch of baloney. And a professor from Cornell said they could learn from it. Right? William Sherman, an attorney in Washington, D.C., and the legal strategist for the Crown Act, said that George is being denied an education. Why? Because his hairstyle does not fit the Eurocentric idea of neat and clean, he said. Do y'all agree with that? If you agree with it, put a one in the chat. If you agree with it, put a one in the chat. I'm going to continue. You know, going to be part three to this. You know, it's going to be part three to this. What are the other legal issues complicating Dale Georgia case? Georgia family has filed a formal complaint with the Texas Education Agency and a federal civil rights lawsuit against Governor Greg Abbott and Attorney General Ken Paxton, along with the school district, alleging they failed to enforce the Crown Act. The lawsuit is before U.S. District Judge Charles Esquich. And the school district have filed a separate lawsuit in state district court asking the judge to clarify whether its dress code restriction limiting student handling for boys violate the Crown Act. Why the hell you want to go do something like that? It does violate the Crown Act. So if it doesn't violate the Crown Act, if it comes below her eyebrow and he got to cut it, you violate the Crown Act. You violate it. It don't ifs, ands, or buts about it. You violate. The Georgia attorney filed a motion to move that lawsuit to federal court. That separate case is before another Houston federal judge. During Wednesday court hearing, Esquich discussed a motion to consolidate the two lawsuits as well as a motion to dismiss the lawsuit against Abbott and Paxton and the school district and to move the case to federal court in nearby Galveston. Booker said she is hoping to argue a motion asking for a temporary injunction that would halt the school district punishment of George till his case is resolved. But she said she can't do that until Esquich rules on these other motions first, and that might not happen until early next year. So they keeping this boy from being in school with his classmate. In school suspension, where he got to sit his class in the classroom to do his schoolwork. He already missed several classes for being suspended and went to school somewhere else for disciplinary action because of the dreads. You know what? I applaud George and what he's doing, what he's doing is standing for his belief. He's standing up for his rights. Yeah, sue Governor Abbott and whoever else when they passed that Crown Act, but not enacted, and telling the school district, telling that school that they violate a law. See, it don't matter what your hair texture is. It doesn't matter what your hair texture is, right? It doesn't. And it goes on to say, it's very frustrating. It's just overwhelming because it's like you just want to get there knowing that you're going to win. Case president has been set. We will win the injunction, Booker said. Robert Hill policy on student health was previously challenged in May 2020 for a lawsuit filed by two other students. Both students withdrew from the high school, but one returned after a federal judge granted a temporary injunction, said the student showed a substantial likelihood that his rights to free speech and to be free from race discrimination would be violated if not allowed to return to campus. That lawsuit remains pending. So, Roberts Hill High School Y'all ain't got a good track record. They don't have a good track record. Y'all already got one pending lawsuit. Now you're getting another one cause of a hair of a melanated 18-year-old. A melanated 18-year-old. Mm. What that says about you. What that says about them. They're crazy. We're not. We got naturally beautiful hair. But I applaud that young man for standing his ground. And I applaud that mother of the 7-year-old for standing her ground. They deserve a applause for what they standing up for and what they believe in. Your hair should not define you. Your hair should not cause you to get fired or kicked off a team somewhere. You're right about that, Series S. You're right about that. You're right. Some parents are scared. But I'd rather suffer the consequences of stand up for my child than let my child see that I'm not fighting for them. Instead, that I'm not fighting for them and giving in to their policies. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. Like I said, anybody, if you want to hit the link, hit the link. If not, I'm not gonna be on this long. But it's gonna be a part 3 to this, cause I gotta find some more story that had to do with the Crown Act. This wasn't gonna be a long video. This wasn't gonna be a long live. But sometimes we gotta stand up for what's right. Cause I guarantee you, some of the people will stand up for something that's wrong, stand up for something that's not good, stand up for something that will harm us. But guess what? We gotta stand up for our children. We gotta stand up for ourselves. We gotta hold our heads high and hold our chests out. Say we're not gonna take you treating our children, treat me that way because of my hair texture and where I wear my hair. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look up other states that got the Crown Act and other things that had to do with the Crown Act. So this is gonna be a running series. I'd like to give a shout out to everybody in the chat, Twin Cities Nation, Truth Nation, Wolfpack Nation, I'm on the Black Together, Commissioner T, Silverback King, Jaco, Big Dog, B Rob, It's Just E TV, Kevin, Now River, Queenie James, Diamond Shooter, Cuba, Money Boy Trey, and the State Gang, Rim Rock, uh, April Showers, Elevation Squad, and everybody else that I forgot to mention. And thank you, Series S, for dropping links. Thank you. And respect to everybody else, cause you got to love yourself. You got to fill your minds up with good energy. Yes, it is together. I'm finna dig deep in there. I'm finna go deep in that rabbit hole when I come back with part 3. It's gonna be episode 3, cause we're gonna discuss the Crown Act. I know a late night, and I came on late, but it's like I said I'm gonna give a part 2 to this, and I y'all know I like to try to keep my word. I like to keep my word. And some that live I did today when I about the part 1 to this Crown Act. You know, I was inside. Yeah, rabbit hole sections. Yes, it is. And sitting back, you're not finna duck and dodge every time I go live. Don't want to go down the rabbit hole. Y'all know when I did that live this afternoon. Yeah, afternoon. I was outside in my little relaxation shed, and it was cold outside. I do it for y'all. Try to bring y'all information. I don't care how cold it out there, how hot it is. I'm gonna try to bring y'all information. I would suffer through the cold to bring y'all information. But I might not go live tomorrow afternoon. Might not. But if I do, y'all will let you know. You gotta see the thumbnail, whatever. But get ready, cause we finna get in some laws of these states and federal laws. We're going down a deep rabbit hole. If you're not ready to go down these rabbit holes on my channel, don't come over here. Cause we're gonna have some deep, intelligent conversation, especially with 2024 around the corner, and election year is around the corner. So just imagine how many rabbit holes I'm gonna go down. Like I always say, love and respect yourself. Cause if you love and respect yourself, you can see through all the BS and love self. Love self more than anything. Cause nobody can love you better than you can love yourself. Peace, and I'm out. Hold on, let's see what somebody say. Okay, I gotta look that up together. I don't know. I gotta look that up. We're not gonna start spreading that. We dealing in facts over here. We're dealing facts. Peace and love, and everybody stay warm. Everybody stay warm and cozy. Drink a lot of fluids, and Be safe. Peace. We are out.